If you're like me, well, you're starting to prepare for Season 4, trying to stack up as much cash as possible. Well, I feel like I'm failing, and I feel like I am not ready for Season 4. Of course, it is just a matter of days, well, maybe a couple of weeks now until we do head on over to Season 4. And I really need to start focusing. I really need to start grinding, because at this point, I am not prepared for Season 4. I am going to have a look at a couple of things today, a couple of things that I'm doing on a daily basis to get myself ready. First of all, delivery missions. The Pininfarina Battista mission here, 100,000 for that epic contract, 12.1 miles for $100,000 is not something, in my opinion, to be shrugged at. I'm going to kind of cover off a few of the ones I'm doing regularly in today's video. So zooming out in the map, the available contracts I've personally got right now, of course, like I mentioned, was the Pininfarina Battista, the DB11 common contract. It's not something I would typically do. Where's the other contract I've kind of got here? There we go, up at the top of the map next to Ibiza. The Emira. It's a 4-mile delivery for 25k. I wouldn't shrug at it, it's actually alright. But more importantly for me, it's these epic and legendary contracts. $100,000 and $200,000 payout for a quick delivery. Even better if we can get them over on the Ibiza map. Super quick deliveries for super easy money. Now, I also don't mind coming back into Hong Kong Island to do some of these deliveries, as the payout, you know, it's not something to be shrugged at. I've said it a few times now. And the adage, well, we actually get to come into cars that we typically wouldn't drive. The Pininfarina Battista, in my opinion, is a car that I personally don't own in the game. I didn't win it through the ranked racing, absolutely no surprise there, and I haven't chosen to go and buy it, having to do a quick 180 there, missed the turning. So these missions are what we wanted back in the game. Let's be honest, we wanted the delivery missions, we wanted to be driving the cars that we don't own, perhaps we couldn't afford to own them, whatever it may be. So focusing in on delivery missions for me is probably one of the top priorities. I know a lot of you guys love going in, absolutely rinsing the navigation missions. It's not my personal favourite, but that's the beauty of the game. Pick and choose what are your personal favourites. So concentrating on the delivery missions that we've got and enjoying them for the most part, being as careful as we can, maximising our payouts, for me is absolute #1 priority. I want to come in and rinse these delivery contracts. Like I said, I want to maximise the payouts I get each and every time. The Pininfarina Battista here, $100,000 for a very simple delivery, very close to a cone there on that right hand hairpin. We need to be careful. You guys know I've not got the best track record. Once again, tapping a cone and losing 30%, losing 30,000 of that delivery bonus. I've not got the best track record with these delivery missions. I don't think that's any secret. As of late, I've got better. I've calmed down. I've slowed down delivering these cars. Unfortunately, not in this attempt. But I really need to focus in. Really need to get the grind going. I really need to focus as much as possible. I said to you guys in a previous video, I want a minimum of $50 million heading into Season 4. And as I push towards the end of a delivery mission here in the Pininfarina Battista, well, it is taking a fair step towards where I need to be. Maybe not the most exciting way of farming money in the game. For me, it's the most enjoyable. The Pininfarina Battista is a car I don't own. It's a car I only drive on these delivery missions. But it gives me the time to relax, come into the game, enjoy the map, enjoy the car, and of course enjoy a juicy payout when we do them properly. When we complete the mission off, of course, we can then see we would have got 100,000. Yes, we lost 31 for tapping a cone. But the overall payout here of $91,420 is a huge step forward towards where I need to be. Moving on, you can see where we're going with this one, guys. Over to Ibiza map. And another contract, which is actually quite enjoyable, is the SLS AMG. Yes, I own the car. I got it with the gold edition of the game. But it's a very quick contract. It's just 2.5 miles. Of course, the payout is less. It's not a legendary or an epic contract. But for a 2.5 mile delivery, it's a very quick turnaround of money that we really need for Season 4. To come in and rinse and repeat these delivery contracts over and over, for me, is my favourite pastime right now. After I've finished a busy day working on the normal job, to come on here for an hour or two at night, grind some deliveries, grind some FRIM. It's going to be easy, but I need to do it more regularly. I need to concentrate on earning this money. We can see 66,000 for that 100% delivery on the SLS AMG, 10 grand bonus for the assists, 76.5 grand, guys. Nice and easy when we start to stack these up. I just need to do it more often. 30 million in the bank after a couple of contracts so far. Next up, looking at the 812 Superfast. Now this one here has actually got a little bit of a difference. The payout is interesting, but what I think is even better about this one is 1.8 miles, but you can make it a lot quicker. Follow the route to start with. This is something I've personally found out. If you've got a quicker route, let me know in the comment section down below. But I've actually found it's quicker just to carry on straight here. Don't follow the usual route. Yes, we can look right on the map to see where it is we're going, but we know where we're finishing this delivery contract. It's on the top right of the Ibiza map. And rather than driving through the town, if we head straight through the heart of this Ibiza map, head all the way up this dual carriageway and make our way over to the freeway section, it won't come as a surprise. Well, the freeway is going to take us straight to the delivery point. Obviously at the top of the hill here we want to take a right. Unfortunately, we're stuck behind a delivery van. When we can clear that delivery van, we can open up the 812 Superfast on what is a relatively clear, typically freeway section, squeezed between a few cars. Got to take a couple of risks now and again, but when we get onto this freeway section, look at that top left of the minimap. We're absolutely smashing through the distance left of this delivery. For me, it's a quicker way of doing it. If you've got a quicker way, let me know, but this here I think is the quickest way of delivering the 812 Superfast. We then get back on track. This is where the normal map would actually bring us up towards. Hang a right-hander here. Much like yesterday's contract, I do want to take a right this time out, which I actually did in the 427 AC. We do want to go right here. We're not penalised any longer for driving through the gate, and we can deliver the 812 Superfast once again for a 100% payout. And the payout this time in the 812, well, it is a little bit less. It's $51,200 or credits, which, you know, for a couple of minutes worth of work isn't bad whatsoever. Now I've absolutely rinsed off Ibiza. I've got no delivery missions left on this map. I just quickly double check I have got them. Yep, I've completed all of the delivery missions available on Ibiza. Head back over to Hong Kong Island. I've got the DB11. I've got that interesting 4-mile delivery in the Lotus Emira in the C8 Stingray. Yeah, I could maybe drop into this Emira. It's 25,000 for a very, very quick delivery. But at this point, my time's better invested elsewhere. And where else am I going to invest that time? It will come as no surprise, guys. At the time of recording this, it's 11:20 PM on Monday night. It's time to farm that FRIM. This won't be a shock, and this will feel like deja vu to many people that watch my videos. I say this time and time again. Come back daily and farm your FRIM. I've got my favourite car for doing it, of course, the F-Type SVR. I've got my favourite location, Aberdeen Tunnel, and I've got my favourite way of farming FRIM. It may not be the quickest. There are, of course, quicker but much riskier ways of farming your FRIM. I like to start off at the gas station, a donut, a burnout, a 0 to 62, a couple of 360s, and then move up here with the traffic, avoiding the traffic, squeezing between them, high speeds, top speeds, throw in another 360 with some drifts, with a 180. All of that stacking up. We're already at level 6 with a 4x multiplier. Why not? Let's throw in another 360. We'll come up to the end of the tunnel here, and we already know we're going to stick ourselves into a drift, going to maybe knock out a couple of donuts here. At this point, I want to maximise all of the drift I've got available. We can see we've now maximised the amount of donuts that we can do. Once I've maximised everything at this point, I'll come to a standing start, burnout, 0 to 62, then I'll obviously go against the traffic. I've not got much left of this drift available. We're just going to knock out the very first attempt here, guys, and we'll pick everything up a little bit later. But there we go, we've maxed out drift at that point, come to a standing start, burnout. Then we should have our 0 to 62. There we go, 0 to 62 achieved. 360, we could see there was no traffic ahead of us when we invoked that 360. Now it's time to go against the traffic, squeezing between the cars. And look at that multiplier, look at that level increase. 9. It's slower than I thought it was going to be. There we go. up to 10 with that 4x multiplier. It's so quick just coming back in here around about 30 to 35 minutes. The way I do it now is 30 to 35 minutes. I can knock out all 10 levels of 10 FRIM and make myself that $1 million. And of course, hey, Fiery Snow's in the game, fantastic. Unfortunately, I'm not down to cruise right now whilst recording the video. Apologies on that one. I can come in here for 30 to 35 minutes, knock out all 10 levels of 10 FRIM, $1 million payout, and additionally, with it being a Monday, we get that additional $500,000 payout. Wake up on Tuesday morning, perhaps do it once again before it all resets. I mean, what else do I have to say, guys? Farm that FRIM daily. It's the easiest way, in my opinion, of guaranteed $1 million on a daily basis in the game. Now, I'll quickly shoot forward. I won't bore you with me doing all 10 levels of 10 FRIM. We'll fast forward to the last set. We're on 10. We're almost finished this one out. This will be all 10 levels of FRIM maximised for today. There we go. We can see maximum cash-ins now reached 150,000 each level we've completed there. When we head on over to the clan tab into the clan battle, we can see that FRIM challenge is what is currently active. We are placed 7th on the leaderboard currently. It doesn't really matter. It's a FRIM challenge at the end of the day. But what is more important here is we have just made 1.5 million credits in minutes. Top right corner, 32.3 million. We've made around about 2.5 million, 2.3 million maybe, in today's video alone from doing 3, maybe 4 contracts and farming out the FRIM. I need to be doing this, in my opinion, on a daily basis. If we can make $2 million a day, for me, yeah, it's a matter of days now until I've reached that $50 million target. Back out to the map. What deliveries have I got? I've got the 246 Dino GTS. I've got SL65. It's too long for 25,000 in my opinion, but I can see that GTR contract's here. What is it? $40,000 delivery, and it's a very quick delivery, and it's actually quite an enjoyable one in the Nissan GTR. This is where I'm positioned on the game. Where are you positioned for Season 4? Let us know in the comments section. Are you fully prepared? I am not. I'm around about, at this point, $18 million behind target. It doesn't help with these bloody weekly live events and I'm having to spend $2-3 million for cars that I kind of wanted anyway. That's for another story. Today, yeah, it's time to get ready for Season 4. Today, I start that grind. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. As always, please do smash up the like button and subscribe. And more importantly, as always, stay tuned for more updates on Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown.